Hey everyone, what's up? Well, I guess the Ian Flynn criticism continues from other Sonic fans out there. I know a lot of you are probably sick and tired of me talking about it, but you know what? I'm just relaying news from other fans' perspective. And if you think Game Boy Sage was critical, you think Laser X5 is critical, and you think those here on YouTube, DA, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, some of the Sonic forums and sites, you think they're critical, even at the Bumble King forums, but you haven't heard what this fan says. This is from the fan known as ArchieSonicLulz's. That's right, ArchieSonic, one word, combined with L-U-L-Z, Lulz. So ArchieSonicLulz's. And this is what they said recently as of this past 24 hours. In fact, they added what is known as those demotivational posters that have been popping up all over the place ever since this, like I mentioned beforehand, this controversial epic story arc of Ian's came to be. But this is what ArchieSonicLulz's, and I'll put the link to this down there, has to say about this, and I quote. This is ArchieSonicLulz's talking, and I quote. This is, like I said, this is him talking, and I quote. I was really hesitant to submit this one since I know it's going to be controversial, but I decided to go for it anyway. I decided to go for it anyway. And again, this is ArchieSonicLulz's that's talking. I'm going to call out Ian whether he or fans like it or not. And this is quoting ArchieSonicLulz's. And quoting, anyway, let me start with why I made this in the first place. First of all, since issue 230, I have noticed an alarming amount of eye-arching moments that left me with a bitter taste in my mouth. And the irony is, I'm only going to mention 3 of them. Oh, I could have mentioned the fact Bunny has yet to comment one time about the pain and sadness losing Sally to robotization. That one I definitely believe Ian should be held accountable. In other words, what ArchieSonicLulz's is saying here is he feels Ian should have at least took time out in an issue or so where Bunny was contemplating and being kind of showing the sadness that Bunny has at the fact that she has lost her best friend. Now I know some will debate that with the recent issues, but still. Now continuing on and quoting ArchieLulz's, whose best friend wouldn't say something about it? Is he daring to imply Bunny doesn't care about the fact that Sally is gone now? I could also make a case about the fact Sonic seemed more interested in going to a trial than trying to pursue other options of rescuing his girlfriend. Continuing on, and I quote ArchieLulz's, and no, I don't buy the argument that he was too tired and needed a break. The trial was the following morning. He could have easily skipped it. That is true. And even though he wasn't part of the jury, he could have skipped it. But then again, you obviously need eyewitnesses. And continuing on, quoting ArchieSonicLulz's, but no, he didn't. I could even make a good point about the fact Sally's parents haven't made any comments about their daughter's fate. Though that one would be a bit nitpicking since they don't get much screen time. Actually, I take that back. We should have had one moment to show how they're coping with it now. Anyway, clears throat, moving on. And again, this is quoting ArchieSonicLulz's. This is quoting ArchieSonicLulz's over DeviantArt. Number 1. And this is what he talks about the 3 points. Number 1, inappropriate Son-Amy innuendos. Now, let me state for the record, I have nothing against, and this is what he's saying, this is ArchieSonicLulz saying this. Now let me state for the record, I have nothing against Son-Amy. This is not a protest or even a rant against its pairing or moments of it. What I'm against is when Sonic is dealing with the loss of a girl he just got back together with, Ian decides to have these disgusting hints of them becoming more than just good friends. That's Sonic and Amy. If it was done respectfully and just showed Amy wanting to comfort Sonic, I would have no qualms about it whatsoever. But no, we actually see Amy displaying a heart emoticon while Sonic is carrying her in 232. That is just plain disgusting. How can Amy even think of being happy in Sonic's arms? Did she just forget all of a sudden that Sally was cruelly taken from him? Did she not think at all that he would be vulnerable and emotionally unstable from such a jolting event? Or was she just enjoying the moment of having no Sally to compete with now? And again, this is ArchieSonicLulz that's typed this up. I'm just quoting and reading off what he typed. Now, I'm going to give, this is ArchieSonicLulz, and again, I'm saying this, and I'm going to provide the link down below. And I quote ArchieSonicLulz, and I quote, "Now I'm going to give half blame to Ian on this one because I understand the artist might have snuck this one in without him knowing until after it was published. Still, it was completely inexcusable. You do not put those little innuendos in such sad moments. It's nothing more than a classless move by Archie Comics." Number two. Knuckles refusing to help Sonic find the Death Egg. Does Flynn really think we're stupid? His excuses for not wanting to lift a finger were just plain a sin, or whatever that means. Ian might as well have him say, "Sonic, I want to help you, but then the head writer's overblown story would be finished sooner." Thus, he wouldn't get his fun of dragging it out for 20 plus issues and touring with the fans. This was nothing more than a completely classless move by a classless head writer. It shows me that Ian wants to put Sally through hell just for the fun of it. He clearly has a vendetta against her and is now showing it full force. There is no reason whatsoever to drag out a story this long for any main character, loved or hated. This is nothing more than corrupt fanboyism at its worst. Now, I don't really agree with the fact that Ian may hate Sally. I think it's more like what some people said. It's being created for dramatic effect. Number three. Bunny leaving Antoine while in a coma. Ian, there are no words to describe my contempt for you. When I saw this, I wanted to smack you upside the head. How dare you make one of the sweetest and most loving characters of this series just walk up and leave her beloved husband in his most fragile moment without even thinking it over, might I add. Had Bunny actually thought this crazy idea, or had Bunny actually thought over this crazy idea for a while and then done it, I might have let it go. Because at least I could say, hey, she feels this is something she has to do. Man, it's really pouring out there. Looks like it's a little bit of hail too. Continuing on though. And I quote ArchieSonicLulz's. And I quote ArchieSonicLulz's here. Oh yeah, it is hailing out there. And I quote ArchieSonicLulz's. But here, Bunny didn't do any soul searching or even get console about it. She just walks up and leaves, leaving her husband currently in the arms of Jeffrey St. John. And wouldn't you know it, according to the last Sonic Universe cover, he's causing more trouble again for Nagas. Or he's causing trouble again for Nagas. Yeah, well done, Ian. You just turned Bunny into a heartless jerk. Shame on you! Anyway, I've said my piece. I'll just finish up by saying Ian is one of the worst storytellers I've ever seen. He had no respect for touching moments, couldn't care less about making characters look heartless when there's no reason to do so, and just wants to shock us for the heck of it. Ooh, whoop-de-doo! Ian, the day you get fired will be the best thing that'll happen to this comic. You are 10 times the hack bowlers and penders are. I would rather read their stuff than yours any day. P.S. Any flamers will instantly be blocked. If you want to discuss different viewpoints respectfully, fine. But I'm not going to tolerate any insults on this submission. This is my personal opinion, and I have a right to express it, just as you do with yours. Unquote, ArchieSonicLulz's. So in other words, and this is it right here, so just to let you know. So in other words, what it sounds like to me is ArchieSonicLulz's has had it up to here. It's like has joined the ranks, well, has been part of the ranks, but even more so has just had enough up to here, if you will, I mean above the head, blow a gasket kind of deal with Ian. He's sick, and obviously he doesn't like what Ian has done and feels Ian could have done better. So again, I will provide the link down below. You let me know what you think. You let him know respectfully, as he has asked you, what you think of that. If you want to do a video response, that's fine. And I will talk to you all later. You all have a good day.